You're listening to the Thriving Mindfully podcast. I'm Ananda Leeke, your Thriving Mindfully coach and podcast host. I'm also an artist, an author, a human design doula, and an interfaith reverend. The Thriving Mindfully podcast is a heart-centered, digital sacred space that I created to inspire and empower you to be present, well, and the real you. Tune into the latest conversation I've been having with myself and others about nurturing, transforming, and celebrating our lives, relationships, and career. So today I'm talking about my favorite principle in Kwanzaa. It's the sixth principle, Kuumba, which means creativity. Creativity is a core part of my being. I am creative. And I would also dare say you are creative too. I believe that all human beings are creative. And when I think of the sixth principle of Kwanzaa, creativity, it is about tapping into my creativity, expressing it fully without censorship, and then using my creativity in ways that build up and beautify my community so that those that are coming after me can inherit an even more beautiful, brilliant, brave, bold, and beloved community. So creativity, what is this word? For me, creativity starts in my womb. W-O-M-B, womb. I call myself on Instagram Black Womb Moon Artist. You can follow my journey into the next 30 years on Instagram at Black Womb, W-O-M-B, Moon, M-O-O-N, Artist. So check it out. And the reason why I am using womb is because for me, I give birth to these divine ancestral creations that come through me. They're not by me. I'm merely a vessel. And my creativity was nurtured by my mom. She nurtured that in my brothers and I, my three brothers and I. And we were blessed to grow up in a home where she stressed imagination. She stressed self-expression. She stressed the freedom of expression and adventure, out the boxness, if that's even a word. Fun, play, laughter, nature, using what you could find, not necessarily always buying things, but recycling things. What a magical time we had in the late 60s, 70s, and the 80s growing up in Teresa Leake's house. And at one point, we lived in a pink house. That's right. My mother had my dad paint our house pink. Which matched my bedroom because it's been pink and purple most of my life, even now. But that's just a side note. So creativity comes from my womb. And if you're into the chakra system, you know that the sacral chakra represents creativity and joy and pleasure and sensuality. And if you're into human design, I am a manifesting generator with a sacral authority, and I listen to my gut. I listen to my womb, and she speaks to me. And several years ago, she spoke to me in terms of a poem, and it's called Creativity, that I wanted to share. You can find the poem of Creativity in my second book, That Which Awakens Me, A Creative Woman's Poetic Memoir of Self-Discovery. It's available on Amazon. So here we go. Creativity. My womb is pregnant with seeds of infinite possibilities planted by spirit. Visions of color invite themselves into my dreams. My third eye captures the sights and scenes faster than the speed of light. New ideas express themselves in the chambers of my mind. They keep coming. My brain is overwhelmed. My spirit invites an inhalation. My heart opens with an exhalation. It happens again, but much deeper. Then it happens again, and my breath travels beneath the material surface of my life. The farther it goes, the quieter my mind gets. That's when the nurturing of the seeds take place. I commingle my energy and patiently wait without any expectation. Anxiety tries to cramp my relaxed style. I surrender, and it leaves on the red eye back to confusion. A safe space is made to give birth to something I experienced in my spirit, heart, mind, and body. Midwives surround me with support. They coach me to breathe and push. It arrives through the intense labor of love. My heart melts when I say its name. Creativity. So, I'm going back to 1992, y'all. You know, if you've been listening to this series, I've been talking about my 30-year relationship with Kwanzaa. And in 1992, in the fall of 1992, I published my first chapbook of poetry with the help of my soul brother, Kwame Alexander. And if you don't know who Kwame Alexander is, Google Kwame, and you will find that he is an amazing writer and has done some amazing work. He has a book out called The Door of No Return. That's one of his books. He is a poet. He's an educator. And Kwame can be found at kwamealexander.com. So check Kwame's book out that's coming up. It's called An American Story. Check him out. He's all over the place doing amazing things. So check him out. All right. So Kwame is the son of one of my sorority sisters, and his mother is a woman that married another creative person, and his dad had his own publishing company in his house. And so I met Kwame at a poetry reading in 1992 and was telling him that I needed to publish my first chapbook of poetry. And so Kwame agreed to publish it for a ridiculously low price. It was a gift. He gave us a gift because my sorority sister Carla and I were co-publishing it together in our first business called Sunsum Communications. All he asked was a ride down to his father's house, his parents' house, and a ride back. And he published it in his dad's publishing business in the basement. And so I'm grateful for that connection, and I'm grateful for the community that we were able to establish that allowed me to bless my community with my first book of poetry, My Soul Speaks. And I use that as an example because that chapbook of poetry was able to bless my church community at the time, St. Augustine's Catholic Church. I was able to go and share poetry with the choir that was led by my Uncle Leon at the time, and they supported the book. I was able to take my book on the road, if you will, in the local area and share it at different bookstores, as well as WPFW 89.3. It really was a way for me to express myself as a young African American woman who had a lot to say about who she was, what she believed. And it was my therapy as well. And it also gave me a space to later start doing workshops with the African American community and communities of women and children. And so Kuumba, creativity, is a couple of things for me. It's my personal expression of my gifts in a unique way. It is a vehicle or a portal in which I'm able to bless my community with space and expression that celebrates the beauty and the brilliance, the bravery, the boldness of my African American community and ancestors. It's a way of me supporting others in helping them to see that they are creative and their creative gifts deserve voice and to deserve to be shared and seen. Yeah. So what does creativity, Kuumba, mean to you, and how are you expressing your creativity? Are you expressing it through writing, through art? Are you expressing it through the food that you eat, the clothes that you wear, the way that you decorate your home? Are you expressing it through the music that you choose to listen to? I mean, there's so many different ways to express creativity. Drop me a line and let me know how you are expressing creativity. How are you allowing your creativity to support your community in ways that leave your community more beautiful and beneficial than what you inherited as? Drop me a line on social media or in the comments of this podcast, and I'll see you next time. One of the best ways to develop your own understanding of human design is by getting a reading, by getting a coaching session. And so that's what I'm offering as your human design doula. Go to AnandaLeeke.com/human design to learn how we can work together. Thanks for tuning in to the Thriving Mindfully podcast. If you're ready to be inspired and empowered with my coaching support, join me in the Thriving Mindfully Academy. Visit AnandaLeeke.com/academy. Now, if you're ready to dive deeper and move past your comfort zone with my one-on-one coaching program, book a discovery call with me today. Visit AnandaLeeke.com. If you need something juicy to read, check out my 3 mindfulness books: Love's Troubadours, a self-love and yoga-inspired novel; That Which Awakens Me, a mindful creativity memoir; and Digital Sisterhood, a mindful technology memoir. Go to AnandaLeeke.com/books. All of my books are available on Amazon.com. Well, that about wraps us up. And as I always like to say, may we all continue to embrace thriving mindfully in everything that we think, feel, say, and do. See you next time.